Zoom this afternoon. Let's trade some more tech, though. In fact, the Zoom phone might compete in some ways with some Cisco products. Alan Nuckman joining us, Chief Market Strategist at Bullseye Option, who's ready to buy some Cisco today, Alan. And of all the tech stocks, Cisco's done pretty well, all things considered here. Doing a lot better than Zoom. It's been paying off to have a old school legacy slow software grower in the market right now, and you want some more of it.
Right, and it's back to the breakout level. So if we looked at it, it's back to the base. We did this trade back in November, and it had a 50% pop in the option. So we're looking for it to regroup once again. It's trading between 50 and 60 over the last year mostly, and it's right here at this 55 midpoint. It's about 15% off that December top, so it had that rally. And like I said, it's come down. But this is moved. The move here in Cisco is about half of what it's been in the NDX over the last 2 years. It's up 30% over the last 2 years, where the NDX is up 60%. So it's a little bit of a laggard, but I like the risk reward at these levels. And the market itself had that great U-turn last week that we have to build on, but that's kind of the capitulation that you need. It came down to that previous low from January in the S&P and tested it, rejected it. And this is the way the base has been built over the last decade. So let's see if this is the major turn in the marketplace.
Okay, so Cisco looking for a repeat here of a previous trading success story. Well, that's what makes it stand out, because for big tech, buy the dip hasn't really been working, but Cisco's been an exception, and holding on here at $55. It's been there for about 3 months. There's not a lot of tech stocks that can say they're flat on the 3 months, so that's kind of a W right there.
Right, that's kind of the point. And I will throw out to you, my friend, the PE is 18, so it's not a high flyer, but it does.
Very reasonable.
Very reasonable.
Very reasonable.
So, from a technical standpoint, a breakout of this sideways range that we've been in for the last year targets 70. Now, the way I'm looking to play is, again, an in-the-money option, leaning on that super support at 50. I'm looking at the July 50 call. That's got 4 months of time, more than 4 months, a 75-plus delta, so it's going to act like this stock. And if we get a modest move, this is going to pay off very nicely. If we get up to the 65 level, which was the high of just in December, then this option will gain 100%.
Okay. So, Alan, is this a sign of optimism in the broad market? Do you have feelings about this reversal the last 3 days? Is it for real? Is this the best way to express a broad market reversal? How come not buy a Zoom? If we're going to turn this puppy around, then I'd think one of those stocks would pay off even more.
Well, I think this is going to offer a good payoff because the volatility is very low. You've also got to factor in volatility when you're an options trader, and the volatility is tiny compared to a lot of these high flyer stocks. So even if you are correct on those, you've got that compression that you've got to worry about. So in the big picture, this is what I look for. We tested, we rejected that low, that January low at 42.50, that capitulation which was needed. And now if we can get back about 4,500 in the S&P, that's the halfway point of the drop from the top. Every time it's done that, it's recovered, had a full V recovery, made new all-time highs. So I remain optimistic. I like the technical pattern that we've seen here in the last week. And I like the way that the market was shaken out. It was bad enough to buy, and that's what we saw. So I'm positive. And we've seen some stocks here that we've talked about recently. Valet is now up to the highest level since September. BMY, highest level since the fall as well. So some of
remember that trade
haven't been big high flying names, but we look for that insider's insight, that insider's accumulation, and it's been a good tell-all for us.
All right, okay, Mr. Nuckman, trading Cisco, bullish, too expensive to get down, with the Zoom and have to pay for all that volatility and expect a big rip. Cisco, the steady winner right now. Thanks, Mr. Nuckman, Chief Market Strategist at bullseyeoption.com. Thanks, Alex, for the preview on Zoom, and Ben for the update.